So the light's coming in through the window now as everybody's waking up. Still the scent of smoke in the air. You can still hear moans and cries from some of the wounded that have not recovered from the priests going around with their healing. And everybody's now starting to wake up and get to work. So what is everybody wanting to do?
The work we could go. Well, gang. Does anybody have any? I think we should help the town.
Yeah.
They did give us a lot of money. They gave Greg a lot of money.
And we do
they're
have,
possibly giving us a house.
yeah, a couple of plots from what the king said.
So maybe we should. Well, first of all, we need to see if we can find a blacksmith to craft Raz something, or I need to find a spear because my sword is shit and my armor is broken. So we need to be on the lookout for that, as well as maybe talk to the mayor, go to the tavern, see what we can help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if
Okay,
we go to
everybody?
the tavern,
Yeah.
What, Raz?
I said I suppose. Go right ahead. He's on grateful people.
Alright, so everybody's gathered up, gets their gear on, gets ready to go, and you head outside. You start looking around. Quite a bit of the town has been burnt. There isn't any more fires, but some buildings still have a little bit of smoke slowly puffing from it. And you see a new sign post has been put in front of the tavern. The tavern's been half burnt, so it's in need of repairs, but it's not burned down like some of the other buildings. And there's a piece of parchment flapping on the new sign in front of the tavern.
Well, I guess let's go see what's on that
Goldie.
shape. Uh-huh.
What's that say?
Do you not know how to read? I can teach you.
Of course I know how to read.
Okay.
Sure.
What does it say?
So I go over and I read what it says. Well, it looks like it's a bunch of people who need help. Someone's missing some animals, some farm animals. Somebody needs help repairing the well. There's a group of people, a congregation looking for some religious guidance. Yeah, I thought that would get you. And then there's some people who need some trees for building materials and some grave diggers. So I think if we help, that could be a good start for us, since this is where our homes are going to be. Well, one of them.
Sure, you can help. Yeah, let's do that. I rip off the help wanted thing.
So no one else can.
We all got this.
Yeah. So we'll walk in. So we'll go into the tavern to inquire about the quest.
Okay. So as you go to enter the tavern, you hear a little bit of ruckus behind everybody, and a small group of about 4 people come running around saying something has been uncovered. And they're asking for where the mayor is. And they need potentially a couple guards.
Uh-oh.
We could be guards. Craig?
Yes.
What do you guys need? We guard.
It's like, oh wow, the fire, the attack, it's all just destroyed so much, but there's this tomb thing that's opened up in the ground underneath one of our buildings. We didn't even know it was there. It's a large stone door with innate runes.
I have a bad feeling about this.
It's like, are you able to come help? We want to get it open.
You know,
What? Maybe we should get the mayor.
The town is in shambles and burning, and they see this ornate tomb, and the number one thing they say is, I want to open that.
Okay, granted, they're young people. They're
Okay.
like teens,
Yeah, damn those.
so they're
Okay.
they're excited.
Okay. So we'll
How
go
old
with
are you?
13,
And you
17.
do not open the tomb or try to, or you will die.
But it's awesome.
And now I get to intimidate. Tell them to go home.
Well, one kid pisses himself, and then starts wobble walking away.
The roll.
Wow.
The other one just says, "You're mean," and runs away.
Okay. So we're gonna look.
We need to find we need to tell the town guard or the mayor that they need to put posts up on that spot. Maybe at least one person.
Okay, roll. I don't know, investigate, I guess, or roll perception first
What am I rolling perception for?
to
Just
see
see.
if you see anybody to contact.
Oh, okay. 16.
Okay, so you see a couple guards walking, and shortly afterwards, you see Simley going to the people just down the street a little bit.
I
Suddenly,
see the I see the mayor.
Yeah.
call out.
Yeah, I mean we're like, hey, Mr. Mayor, you know, like waving him down.
Okay, so he hears you from down the street, and he's looking around to see where he heard this voice from, and then he makes eye contact with the party.
Yeah,
And
starts to
he
get-
gives kind of a high hand wave, and then continues talking to the person he was talking with.
Okay.
As you approach him,
Yeah.
he finishes the conversation, they both kind of do a nod, and he approaches you and says, "Hi, how was your sleep?"
I think it's pretty good after what happened yesterday, right, James?
Yeah.
Sounds good. What can I help you with today?
There was
Tomb
a tomb.
A tomb?
in the middle of the town.
Not that I know of.
No, a couple of the teens here discovered a tomb with ornate.
Oh, okay. I bet it's those two again. Well, let's go see where they say this tomb is, and we'll figure this out. They usually like getting people all riled up over nothing to get the tasks of the day distracted.
Sounds good.
I suspect I know where they were coming from.
I'm kind of glad you
So-
made that other one
Have
piss
they,
his
have
pants
they
then.
brought this up before?
They've done other things before, but we'll see when we get there. So now he
Before
starts
we go-
leading. Sorry, go ahead.
God.
Before we go, I'd like to ask the mayor something. Yeah, I saw a sign. I saw a help wanted for something for, helping with the faith in this town. And I was gonna go over there firsthand and see what I could do. And I know we can't, what makes the world go round? A little bit of money. I was wondering, you as the mayor could, in a little bit, I'm not asking for the world, maybe it's say 15 gold coins, just, to give the people some hope. I'll bring it over there personally.
Roll charisma.
And I want to roll. Yeah. Yeah. 6.
Good, I don't have to break your wrist.
So he looks to you and he goes, yeah, I've seen the sign. Well, here, take the 5 gold pieces. Your heart's in the right place.
Your patronage is welcome. Thank you, sir.
We'll make
15
sure
gold
that
pieces?
money. We'll make sure that money gets to the church.
It will, sure.
Alright, so he leads everybody down the one alley, down the alley that the kids were running from that you heard initially, which is across from the tavern. Over and around behind some buildings and down kind of a tight, dark alley. It's all pretty well burned down. But what you'll notice is there's a collapsed house that was on the side of a hill. And the building, when it collapsed, uncovered some stone runes. When you approach these runes, you do in fact see something that looks like a heavy stone door with runes on it.
Are any of us able to read these runes? Do they look like?
I have Arcana. Can I roll for that? To see if anything.
Yeah. Are they in a language though that any of us would understand? Like, I speak giant.
Oh, yeah, you know what? That's. Let me see.
I can speak Draconic and Infernal.
We're going to want to live here, Greg, and assume you speak Dwarvish.
Yes. And common.
Me too.
Well, if it's not Celestial, I guess it doesn't really matter. Or Thieves can. I roll for history. While we're doing this, might as well cover all the bases.
Alright, roll.
Can I? Do I roll?
You can roll Arcana.
Okay.
12.
14.
Alright. Can anybody speak Elvish?
What the?
You say Elvish?
Oh, bro.
Not yet.
That's a sore subject.
So, now with everybody viewing at this door, Simley goes, I was hoping this wasn't gonna happen, but, well, I suppose you're wondering what this is.
It's a door.
Yeah, it is. One we are trying to hide. Mostly for the souls that rest inside. The runes on it are in Elvish. It means heroes rest. It is the tomb of the 4 heroes in the past, which founded this settlement. And this is their resting place. We've been trying to keep it hidden. The mayor before me had it built, and I have been tasked to keep it hidden. But it seems that this attack has uncovered it.
Do you know much of the lore behind the 4 heroes?
Myself, no. I just have been tasked to take care of the town.
Do you know anybody who would know more about these heroes?
I'm sure there's lots of people in the capital that would be able to help you.
Okay.
How about this, Mr. Mayor? If I were to say Dreamwalkers, does that mean anything to you?
Do you have a condition?
Yeah, but that's not.
Yes, he does.
That wasn't the point.
He goes to sleep, and sometimes he walks while he's still asleep. Right, Lou?
What? No.
How would you know you'd be asleep?
Yeah.
I don't do. No. What? When?
So suddenly comes over, he looks way up to you. He pats you on your wrist because that's basically all he can reach. He goes, "It's okay. You don't have to admit to it. We all have conditions, and some of them are very embarrassing."
Yeah. It's okay, Lou. So,
What? 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 Greg,
What?
do I do this?
No comment.
okay, so, are you wanting to keep it secret for a specific reason, or mostly just because of pillagers?
The reason I had was there are certain forces that want something from the tomb. And we were told not to allow anybody in fears that those dark forces would get these items. And I believe we've seen some of those dark forces today. The whole raid on the place, they may have gotten information as to the whereabouts of the tomb, but maybe not specifically enough to find it directly.
Question.
Sure.
Are there any traps or anything that stop you from, well, I guess you haven't opened it, Tim, you wouldn't know, but is there a chance if someone opened it, there would be something for them to defend themselves, maybe a magic spell, maybe some traps, you know, just something to, you know, ward off grave robbers?
He says he doesn't know the specifics of it, but by the looks of the door, that may be very well enough. So Simley walks up to the door, he puts his hand on his chin and he goes, "We may have to open it. This might be the time. You've already potentially fought what is trying to get these items, and now with it open and exposed, it's only a matter of time before they come back. And you guys might not be here next time." So he says, "Hold on here, and I will be right back." And he leaves.
I touch the door.
Anyways, Lou, the reason why I didn't want him to, if he didn't know what Dream Walkers was, I just didn't want to talk further about it because I don't know whether. Do you remember the time?
I'm totally not listening to anything your character says. I'm just like full pushing this door open.
But at one time, the halfling that we met said, "Don't trust anyone." So I took that to heart. I didn't know.
Yep, me too. That's why we don't like grass.
Okay. So, Lou is pushing on the door. Do a strength check.
20. Not a natural 20, it's regular 20.
Okay.
17 plus 3.
So you give it your all, or nearly your all, and you're able to nudge the door just to the point where the seams start to drop sand and moss and stuff. So you're able to move it just a little bit. But it is an extremely heavy door.
Oh,
Greg.
Oh man, this is like Thor's hammer all over again.
No, this is where we found out it's a pull, not a push.
Is anybody else wanting to do anything?
I'm just gonna wait.
Helping open the door.
Okay. Did you roll strength?
Oh, not yet.
Greg.
15.
Okay, so with the two of you trying to get it open, you're able to wiggle it even more. And to the point of shifting it about a half inch to an inch over.
Well, I'm always one for peer pressure, so I'm gonna try to help. Push on it. So I roll up my sleeve.
Push!
I roll up my sleeve. Eldritch Blast! Boom!
Everything inside is destroyed.
17.
For strength?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
Okay, so you give it your extra might, and you're able to actually wiggle it out about another, with the three of you, another few inches to a total of 3.5 inches.
I flex.
I would like to also help push the door.
Okay.
Actually, first I want to investigate the crack they made.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
watching him be like,
Inches wide.
Do you think
peer
this
in.
thing that
Down
says
between
press
my
here
legs.
could work?
Hey man, listen, do what you gotta do. Let me see. 11.
So you peer in through the 3.5-inch crack. You do notice that the door is almost a foot thick. And it's solid stone. Inside is extremely dark. But the light of the daylight shining in, you can just make out 4 tombs positioned around a central pedestal.
Let's go. I will help push the door.
Alright, so at this point now, Simley comes running back. And he goes, "Oh, wow. You guys have already started opening it. That's pretty impressive. Alright, well, okay, stand aside, please." And he sweeps off this little mark on the left side of the dust, dirt, and moss and stuff. And he has this key thing that he sticks in and turns. And the door then closes the 3.5 inches and then opens up fully. This musky, moldy smell of the air comes flooding out. And it's all moist and
Dank.
cold. Like it's a dank,
Yeah,
moist
that's
smell.
dank.
I'm just standing deflated, bummed out now that I don't get to fucking push this door.
There's no evidence that nature has entered the tomb, though. There's no roots dangling. The walls are still clean. No moss has grown inside. It's just almost as if it was when it was left.
Can I use Mage Hand to pick up a stone and just throw it into the tomb?
Sure.
Hey, Mayor. Mr. Pribley.
Oh, sorry, I zoned out. Okay. Yes, what can I help you with?
I'm gonna lean down here real close. Can you close the door again?
Well, let's investigate inside first. So he just leads the way now.
He
walks
just goes
right
in? What? Oh, okay.
And he sees that you're about to cast something. He just walks right past you, and he just like happily wanders in. It's like, I have not been in here myself, but I have heard some of the stories of the people who have. It's like, this is an amazing place. This is a historical location.
Sir?
And he's like,
Oh,
he's fanboying over this tomb.
There could have been traps in there.
Possibly, yeah. I suppose there could have been.
Well, we should
But-
stop moving then.
And he continues walking in. He puts the
No,
key.
no.
He puts the key into the pedestal. He gives it a turn, and all the torches ignite, lighting up the entire tomb.
I just walk in. I'll follow Mr. Pebble.
Yeah, I'm following him, but I'm also like, hey, man. Don't do that.
He's like, I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
We're
You
just.
said it's the hero's tomb. They don't want people coming in here. You could have gotten blown up.
That would look poorly upon us. We'd be like, sorry.
Yeah.
You're the mayor's
How
in
does that
pieces.
feel? What if you got words?
Well, to my understanding, when they told me about this place and what I was protecting, they didn't tell me anything about traps. The tomb itself was designed to not allow anybody in. And you can tell that even the powers of nature never entered this place. Right now, the only thing I'd be worried about is the dead awakening.
Okay, that's not freaky.
That doesn't help. That's worse. That's worse than trap. That is a trap. Also, I've never entered a cave that had a door and everything looked fine on the inside and it didn't have a trap.
And the DM knows. Okay, so I guess I'm following behind them too. don't like how Ryan's looking at me. Oh no, he's taking a drink.
Alright.
Mr. Pribley,
Yes.
because I'm really concerned about your well-being, would you mind if I walked in front of you, and then you just tell us where to go?
Well, we are in the tomb now. Each of the 4 sarcophagus,
Sarcophagi.
sarcophagi,
Jack off the guy.
if you want to,
Raz.
they will each have some of the hero's items in it.
Are we just in like in a giant round room now?
Yeah.
Okay, with like just tombs?
Yeah, it's
4 tombs.
Yeah.
4 like giant tombs? Or are they like just made out of stone?
Yeah, they're basically all just made out of stone. They're engraved with metal. They have elvish symbols on them. There's a dwarf symbol, or runes, dwarf runes on one, elvish runes on one. Yeah, if you want to read them.
the dwarvish one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to go read them. As a dwarvish kind of myself, I on this dwarven rune and would like to read.
So you read the runes, and it says, "Here lies Iron Maul."
Hey, I know that guy.
Cool.
Your uncle?
No, he sells
Cousin?
them in stories.
Oh. Not related.
Not related.
Is he cool?
I heard he is, yeah.
I mean, an Iron Ball's a pretty good name.
Iron
Yeah.
Mall is kind
Oh,
Good
okay. Mayor, so we're here because we're going to open the tombs? For what reason?
Safekeeping of the items that they contain.
So
of.
you
I just opened the dwarvish one.
These heroes fought to save our world long ago. They right now have no need for these items. But if the forces of darkness have returned and they're causing problems again, like they did last night, we don't want them having these items.
okay.
So it would be in better hands to have the 4 of you hold on to them. If you could use them, all the better.
Are the other 3 tombs in Elvish, or were they all different things?
They were all different.
Okay, so one was Elvish, one was Dwarvish. What were the other 2?
One's in. Well, one's just written in common.
Okay, cool. Because I'm just like, geez, this guy. Here lies Steve.
Iron Steve.
Iron Steve. Steve Mall.
Okay.
I would like to read the common one. I doubt there's one in Celestial.
Give me 1 second.
Our GM died again.
Yeah.
He's zoned out.
He's got all these tabs.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel you, man.
That's a lot of work.
I have 2 text files up right now, so I know what loot the party gets. I've got my D&D text file, so I know what other bullshit. I got the fucking my character sheet up, Robert's character sheet up. I have the quest board Prebbleton link up.
Yeah.
Because I can't read it in the D&D, or I can't read it in the Discord text. It's too small for my shitty eyes.
You're working double time too. You're being my guy in the chair, and you're actually being my biggest hater at the same time.
Okay, in common, it says, "Here lies Kale Darkfire."
Oh.
Spitting.
Greg, Greg, this guy's got a cooler name. Greg, you're muted.
Is there anything about the sarcophagus of that one that hints at what it could be?
Sorry?
Is there something about that sarcophagus that lends to what that type of hero was in the past? Or
Oh yeah, there's symbols on it. This
Okay.
one was a rogue.
okay. You just went.
I would not have guessed that.
It sounds like a road name when I was. Yeah, it just sounds like one. I feel like.
I thought it was a warlock.
Yeah, that's why I had
Darkfire.
Dark. Mine's gonna
You
be
see the
named
shit she's
Steve.
done? It was dark. Turn that guy into flames.
He was already legged. She has made him desperate.
Alright, so we got one in common, we have one in dwarvish. What are the other two? Other three? And one in elvish. What's the other two?
We have the dwarf, the one in
Yeah.
common. You have one in elvish, and one in, which is actually what I was looking up at the site wouldn't load.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it's in giant. And
Must be giant.
the tomb is 11 feet long.
Holy.
Guys, I could fit in there.
So it says, "Here lies Mountain Breaker."
Oh. Okay.
You can break mountains.
Name. That's the best name.
And I can't read mine. Can I?
And then no.
I guess I'll take this one. It's like the fortune cookies. You know, I'll
This
take
is
them.
Goldie.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of an idiot. And all the tombs are pretty much every language that we can speak except this one.
That's an Elvish. Oh, Mayor Prebbleton. What is Preddle?
Preble?
Brittle.
Prebbleton?
Preble?
Sorry.
Mr. Preble.
Mr. Prebble. We'll get it.
His name is
What does this one say? Please.
And he wanders over to it and he looks. And he goes, "Oh, this is the tomb of Farron Spiritwind.
Parent Spirit Twin. Sounds so pretty.
She was one of the elves that was part of the group. She was very powerful in her magic.
And so,
What kind of magic? Do you know?
I believe she was a sorcerer. The dragon kind.
okay.
They're not even gonna have lights, are they?
So is it gonna be? Are we gonna handle this like Christmas and just take turns, or are we just gonna
Can anybody but me or Greg even lift these sarcophaguses open?
I'll have to try,
I guess.
I'll wait for you because you know how this is
I'm
gonna
gonna-
pan out.
I'm gonna open mine. I'm gonna open the big one. I'm opening Mountain Breakers. It's not often I see a tomb that's literally that fucking huge.
Alright, roll strength.
Natural 20.
Natural 20?
Natural 20.
So you put your hands upon the tomb lid, you prep for it to be super heavy, and you just kind of slide it right off like it's nothing.
Oh. They're pretty light, guys. So what do I see? Do we want to investigate to look at this whatever I'm about to see?
It is half mummified. Like it's wrapped. The wraps are very loose since the flesh is all decayed away. And it's left the bones. At the foot of the tomb, there is an ornate chest. Very fancy etched wood with gold, what is it, filigrees on all the edges.
But he's huge, right? Like this is a Goliath.
Yeah.
Guys, there's a giant fucking Goliath in here.
I would hope so for 11-foot size
Yeah, but it doesn't make
sarcophagus.
any sense. He shouldn't be here.
Is that not?
We don't bury our dead.
Do you burn them or
What do you
something?
do with it?
We do a grubfish.
Is that you eating them?
No. No. What the hell? What's wrong with dwarves?
Well, it sounds like Christmas, so.
No. No. No.
That's why we never find
Like
dwarf
roll
bodies.
Turkey?
So what do you do?
We don't eat them. We burned them on a table.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Eat them.
that would take a
I
lot
mean,
of
to be fair,
wood.
you're cooking them.
On a table.
But
Ready
we're
for
not,
a feast.
not eating them. Okay, that's no
That's
judgment.
wasteful.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you people?
But maybe they didn't burn them because one day you would need these wraps. It could be fate.
Maybe they could have just taken him off his hands.
I imagine if you really want to put him to rest, though, after you take the wraps, maybe you can give him a proper burial.
I don't know if it would even work anymore. There's a whole system to it.
Sounds complicated.
There are multiple steps.
Wow. Will we have to do this for you whenever you die?
It won't be your problem.
What does that mean?
I don't expect you guys to honor my traditions.
I would give it a go. I could get you on a table or
Can
a...
you?
Well, no, maybe just on the floor. But a table just really, it can be any height. It just needs 4 legs and a top. So I could roll you onto something like a table.
That's the first step.
We'll talk about how we...
Look,
Yeah, there's like 3 other steps, Goldie.
When do we get to the eating part?
There is no eating. Do not eat me. I will haunt you.
With indigestion in the poops.
yeah, I doubt he tastes good.
Do I look like I taste good?
Do you really want me to answer that? High in sodium.
I heard a random voice in my head.
Yeah, he does look salty.
This place is haunted! Anyways, do I see these hand wraps then? Or what am I looking at on him?
You just see his body wrapped in the bandages and the chest at the bottom near his feet.
Okay. Is the chest look pristine or is it like dilapidated?
No, it looks pristine.
Is it, can I open it?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to open it then without it breaking anything.
Inside, you see 2 bundles of cloth. They have an interesting kind of shimmer to them.
Can I pick them up?
Yep. You feel a pulse of energy enter you.
I'm vibrating. I'm vibrating.
Okay.
I just, yeah, I don't know. I'm just standing there pulsating, vibrating, and holding these wraps in my hand.
Should see a doctor about that.
Can I do an Arcana check on them?
Sure.
18. 19. 19.
So wraps like these, a lot of different people use for melee combat training, especially in unarmed. Some will even wrap their hands this way before using gloves. Like heavier gloves, plate mail type stuff for warriors. Others will just wrap as their body armor. These ones give you enough wrap per hand to wrap around your hands as if you were to do boxing. So it'll go halfway up your forearm and then wrap around your hand. Enough to give you good mobility with your fingers, but enough to also pad your knuckles and your wrist.
What's it? Assembly.
Yes.
You recognize these? You know anything about these?
He's like, oh wow, those are the hand wraps of the Mountain Breaker. I've only heard tales of those.
The tails?
Well, apparently he was so big and strong, and then with these wraps, he was able to punch mountains.
I start putting them on immediately.
I want to open my gym.
Um,
The door to
Could I go ahead and go first, just because I have to go in like 15 minutes, if that's okay for everybody? That way, after I get mine done, everybody can continue with theirs.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Of
Let
course.
me go.
Do you have to be there before 8 or at 8?
I have to be there at 8, so
Okay. If we get done the tomb stuff,
you think they?
we'll just keep going.
Yeah, there's several side quests. I can see that
Yeah,
everybody
we'll knock
has.
out the side.
We'll
Yeah.
go for a little break if we start getting further ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, Robert will drag it on in his church bullshit.
It's
I promise
important.
it'll be generational.
Okay, so I'll go up to mine and I'll lay my hands on it to see if it'll move with ease, just as much ease as.
And you're able to make it nudge. You know, just it shimmies off just a little bit.
I'm gonna keep on shimmying it until I take.
You hear the sound of stone on stone grinding with each shimmy until the lid pops off or falls off the backside.
I did mine too.
Oh, you don't need me to break it open?
It's open. I did it all myself.
We could close it again and I can break it open.
No, I want you to try it on that 1 foot, thick door that we couldn't get in earlier. Yeah. Oh,
Yours.
so I'm gonna look in. I'm looking at it.
Sorry, hold on. I keep forgetting that I have stuff written on paper too.
1 second, Lou. I'm just trying to hold the suspense. It's
I'm
a.
still wrapping my hands and shit, you know?
It's
sorry, I'm a little disorganized.
It's shoot.
Is there a body in there?
There is a body in there.
Is it moving?
It's a no. It's
Okay, that's good.
it's this elf chick.
Alright.
She looks like a raisin.
So, yeah, it's
Eat it.
the corpse of an elf. She too has the wraps around her body.
Like the
That-
mummy.
The mummification kind of wraps, yeah. And at her feet has a chest as well. Same design, still pristine and clean. You open it, and inside is a nicely folded cloak with a amulet laid right into the center of the cloak.
Okay. I'll reach for the amulet and the cloak and pull it out. Whoa, look. I have an amulet in this cloak thing. It hasn't decayed or anything.
I smell.
It smells like vanilla cookies.
You should lick it. I heard it tingles.
Yeah, does it taste like? It tastes like vanilla cookies?
I hope not. I'm not gonna eat it. Not in front of the mayor.
Oh yeah. We'll eat it later.
So with the hearing of the tomb lid going down and you rummaging through yours, Simley comes over and he goes, "Oh wow, that's a cloak of protection. I guess it didn't do her as well as it could have."
I was about to say it's not good.
And the periact of health, the amulet.
Uh-huh.
It says that it's supposed to negate disease. And any disease you have, it halts it in its steps.
I'm hitting the broth.
Do you think it'll fix Raz?
It says it stops disease. So, you are immune to contracting any disease while you wear the pendant.
Uh-huh.
If you already have a disease, it suppresses the effect of it.
Oh, nice.
For as long as you were wearing.
Yes.
Is it pretty?
Yeah, it's got a nice gold trim around it with like a heart-shaped red stone in the middle.
No, it just has a picture of a dick with a bunch of warts on it.
No, it has to have the red with the slash over it. That's how it negates the things with the warts.